with one major power, supplier out, there's, I'm sure, some groups out there that want to have their way with a crippled, country right now.
Nothing in this show should be considered legal, medical, or financial advice. The views of the callers can differ considerably and do not necessarily reflect my opinion, Dex's opinion, or anyone else who works with the show. You should always do your own research and consult with professionals. The internet is full of fake news, so please take everything with a grain of salt. If you want to support the show in a different way, you can go to marfooglenews.com/VPN. Jake from Texas is going to give us a live update. Jake, you are live on Marfoogle News.
Hello.
What's going on?
Hey, not much. I'm just calling. I live in Texas, so I figured I'd give an update.
All right, what's going on?
Currently, I have no power. A lot of my family doesn't have power either. Right now, we live in North Texas, so Dallas area. It's about 6 degrees outside, and we still have probably, I'd say, 4 or 5 inches of snow in our yard and on the ground. And then the roads are pretty much ice. So yeah, it's been fun.
So how are you, did you have any kind of power banks? How did you, I mean, probably shouldn't even use the phone much, right? Or what are your solutions? Did you prep for this?
Yeah. So we have, it's like a car starter, but we've made it to where it'll charge some stuff if we need it to. My phone's fine because we go in and out of power, so I've been charging it whenever the power comes back on. And then we of course have candles and things like that we've been using instead of the lights because they asked us to conserve what we can. So
some some of the images of North Texas are pretty shocking. I mean, you guys are covered. As far as the rolling out, you said that your power's coming on every once in a while. Are they trying to fix it and then it goes back down, or are they purposely doing it where you are? Do you know?
I think they're probably doing, it's probably a mix of both. I know that I think it's Econ or something like that. They've been coming and letting us know via like email drops and stuff like that they've been trying to do this where they'll drop one section, because I'm looking at lights on the horizon, so I know people have power. I think what they're trying to do is they're trying to mitigate stress on the system. So they're letting people have no power, and then they're turning that person on and then shutting someone else off at the same time, that kind of thing.
Well,
yeah, like I know of the turbines and stuff that they've been frozen over, so.
Well, so we're all with you here, and we're all praying for you, and a lot of the Foogle fam are emailing and saying that they have barely enough battery to watch. And I got a lot of apologies. There are people that have basically emailed and DM'd me saying, "I'm sorry, I can't watch." Like, that's the kind of people in this audience that they actually say, "Hey, I can't watch tonight because it's really bad out, and I got to conserve battery." So I hope you do the same way, and I'm really hoping. What temperature is it inside your house? Do you guys have a way of heating inside?
Yeah, we have gas fires and stoves, so it's pretty warm downstairs. I'm upstairs right now, but yeah, downstairs it's pretty comfortable. I know my grandparents' house is at 56 degrees right now, so that's pretty cold for them. But I want to say they have a gas fire too, so hopefully that's been going.
Let me ask you.
I just wanted to. Go ahead.
Do you have a landline?
No, we haven't had a landline in forever.
And nobody does. That's another thing.
I have a ham radio though, but yeah.
Yeah. What were you going to say before that?
I was just going to say, have everybody keep in mind that Texas has its own power grid, and so with us down, to be mindful of events that may happen. I know that there's a lot of other groups that want to capitalize on one of the major 3 power suppliers being out. So just everyone outside of Texas, whether you're on the Eastern Seaboard or the Western Seaboard, just keep that in mind that, with one major power, supplier out, there's, I'm sure, some some groups out there that want to have their way with a crippled, country right now. And then I also want to.
That's exactly what I was saying, by the way.
Yeah. Sorry, I wasn't able to pick that up. Sorry.
Oh, no, that's okay. I'm just saying the bad guys aren't going to put pause. They're not going to push pause because we're having problems.
Right, exactly.
They're going to use advantage.
I mean, right now we're like, and to be honest, now would be the perfect time because it's nighttime here. So everybody's going to be comfortably sleeping in there. If you don't have power or anything like that, you're not comfortable. But if you do, then you're sleeping just fine. And then all of a sudden the power goes out. You'll think, oh, it's just, a storm or it's residual from what's happening here, when no, it's something else. And then to keep in mind also that I think it was 2016 or 17, the Marines recently did a different directive and are now able to operate in CONUS. So just keep in mind if something were like that to happen, they don't apply to posse at all. If you read the legislation for posse, there's no mention of Marines at all. So they can operate in CONUS all they want to. And they recently changed their directives to where they give it clearance so they're able to. So just keep that in mind for
talking about
for
posse
everyone.
Comitatus, right? Is that what you're saying?
Yes,
yeah.
So if you read it, it just mentions the Army and Navy. There's no mention of Marines.
Is there a link that we could?
So
is there something that we could Google and link for people on the website?
I just looked on Google, and they may have here.
Do you remember what that 2017 order was? Do you remember any name that would be easier to search and pick it up?
No, but I'll look and see if I can find anything. Because I remember reading about it, and I think it was actually on your show when I did. But
I'm pretty sure I know what you're talking about.
If I can find it, no.
I can't remember. I know what you're talking about. And again, you are right. So just remember that this could be used by others. Well, hey, thank you, Jake, for calling in, and I'm praying for you. And seriously, we're here, and I know that there's a bunch of people in Texas and all over the place that are in the same situation. So we're praying for all of you. Again, like Gone Girl is in Houston.
Thank you.
A lot of these people are in different places here, and they're all going through something right now. So just know you're not alone, and there are a lot of people that care about you out there. So thank you, and have a great night, okay?
Thank you.
Good night.
I have one more thing. I'm sorry.
Okay, go ahead.
Oh, okay, good. I don't know, because I didn't see it on the list, and I didn't ask Dex. It was when you started talking about the space stuff and whatnot. In everyone's free time, look up Solar Warden. It will blow your mind.
I'm looking it up now.
It's a thing similar to what happened with this dump. It was a Freedom of Information Act deal, and in it they basically say that we have operational battleships essentially in space, and they've been there since the 70s, and they're manned by personnel who are pilots or things like that. So, but yeah, it's an insane read.
Well, I will check it out. There's also a video game most likely named that after the real thing, so I will most likely be looking this up because I've never heard of it. Well, thank you, Jake, and you have a wonderful night. Be safe, be prepared, and Marf out. I have not heard of Solar Warden. I'm obviously pulling up the wrong one here. Let's see here. The idea, using shell companies deploying civilian cargo into space to make money on their side. Secret HuffPost.uk. This was 2012 that some of this stuff came out. In fact, I am... oh, gosh. I agree. Here's my data. There you go. Have my data. Since approximately 1980, a secret space fleet code named Solar Warden has been in operation unknown to the public. Do you see this? How does this not get talked about? This is why you have to look underneath. You have to look underneath the first layer of truth. If you have not prepared, again, the Texas grid is something that is actually well prepared for an EMP, or at least now they have a DEMSO team helping protect them. I would highly recommend you looking into EMP Shield. If you're new here and have not seen this, talk to anybody that has worked with these guys yet. This company is currently contracted with agencies like DOD, Department of Homeland Security, and they are officially on the DEMSO team helping prepare the Texas grid for an EMP/solar flare. Again, it can protect against all three phases of an EMP, E1, E2, and E3, and it can protect against solar flare. Make sure to go check it out. marfooglenews.com/EMP. Again, the most sold one is the car. Don't get stuck out in the snow after an EMP. Multiple ways to enter. Again, there is a contest going on. If you cannot afford one, this is why we ask them all the time to do more contests. Again, all you have to do is go like a couple places, subscribe a couple places, do those things, and you will be entered to win one. Go to marfooglenews.com/contest. There's multiple ways to enter, including daily bonus entries. Go to marfooglenews.com contest. Again, you have to go there for the contest.
Feed the haters to the alligators. Your way or the highway, see you later. B.O.D. is the homie and Mr. Vader. If it wasn't for you, I would never made it. Whole city's covered by the cremated. Now they listen to what we were saying. Doesn't matter if the manufacturer or created. But now